guys, back in another video, and this time I'm really excited to showcase Son Gohan, future Gohan, and get into detail about his deck plays. I think it's pretty underrated, and after playtesting, this is the build I came in conclusion with. There are some flex spots, and I will go over the budget options if you're missing some of these cards. And I'll go into detail about which specific cards are more important than others. When this card attacks, draw one standard. Its awakening ability is pretty cool. Whenever one of your blockers dies, yellow blockers, you burst 3 and draw 2 from your life. I'm sorry, draw until you get to 6 life, and you draw 2 cards and flip over. Backside, when this card attacks, draw a card, then you choose one of your yellow Trunks battle cards, and it gains 5,000 power and critical for a turn. And then whenever your opponent attacks you, you switch one of your Trunks blockers back to active mode, which is really cool. A lot of value from that, like front side. Oh, sorry, the back side. To start, one of my favorite card arts in the game, I finally get to play. If you guys don't know, I'm a big Trunks fan, and this card is one cost. Look at the top 3 for any yellow sand, so it searches for your engine. It's a good turn 1 play. You can evolve on turn 2 if that's the route you end up going. But mainly, you really want to start with this card and then this card behind it. Now, this card does have some weaknesses, but that's mainly yellow. The weaknesses are because it's a blocker, and you can just rest it to get around it. But when this guy is removed from the board, period, whether it's by battle or block, he triggers his effect. You play a 1-cost Trunks from your deck, which is this guy. And then this guy says, well, see him leave the field at the same time, because the auto. So when you're actually blocker, he plays him from the deck too. So you play this guy, and then if this guy sees this guy leave the field, you play a 3-cost on top of him. So basically, that's your engine. Most people from what I saw, play 4 of this. You do not want to see this card in your open hand. You only need to resolve 1, so 3 is fine, especially whenever you're playing something from the deck. But the card you play on top is super good, and you just evolve for 1 over any future Trunks 1-cost. He's barrier blocker, and then he has the pay 2, and you play Bad Boy from your hand on top of him in active mode. And this guy, we get that 4 energy. That's very key. So your turn 3, you're just basically trying to play defense and or advance your state with cards on your opponent's turn. But he has the most keywords in the game. Correct me if I'm wrong. Double strike, barrier, dual attack, blocker, and he has the ability to lock down a battle card and an energy when he's in rest mode. And also, this thing gives it critical, so it'll have 5 keywords. So this is your game ender, and it's just super value city. That's your main engine. Another good card that I was playing 4 of, but I could have done 3 for space purposes. It also has unique, so it's not that good, and it's not that good in the late game. Combo 1, this card comes into play, and yeah, this guy, he's a critical blocker, so he helps you awaken and also pressure. So he's a good card. He could be potentially cut down to 2 even, just in case I wanted to add another of a flex spot. But yeah, he's really good. Also, but he has a problem. If they leave him on board, you can't play any of your other good cards, which can be an issue at times. So you want sometimes just block with him so he's dead. So since we're playing the liquid top 3, we have Saiyan Super Combo. We're gonna play the Saiyan Super Combo target for my 1-drop Trunks. This card is also versatile for removal, 1-cost, kill something in rest mode. It's pretty good. Yeah, just draw Super Combo 10k. That's a Saiyan that has another good effect. 2 Unison. This is for your like flex spots of like staples. 2 Vegeta Unison. I've been even thinking about playing the other Unison, the Trunks from the main set. But maybe for sure I'm siding that card. At least 2 copies. This card's a main 2 of. You'll draw into it. You don't really have to like clog your hand with Unisons and too many cards you can't combo with. 2 Apes. I was playing 3, but usually can find it by your turn 3. That's when it's best. Another card that's good on your turn 3, Bergamo. This can help you in the game. So on your opponent's turn 3, if you tap them out with Bergamo and you play the Trunks behind it, you most likely will end the game if you're drawing pretty well, and especially if they take their own life. 2 Mecha Freezer Promo. Now this card is really a flex spot. Not exactly. I have built around it to where it's useful. But this card's not that crazy, especially in the upcoming format. So if you don't have these, disregard. You can play something else. up copies of Bergamo and Ape. Or cooler. One cooler's fine. Obviously, side more copies. Oh, wait, one more copy. Now, this is where like the extra cards come in place. This card is super good in this deck because you burst 3 and you will end up having 6 life. So if you played any copy of this and your 2-drop Gohan dies, this adds to 5 cards. So you'll have Sparking live really early. If you don't know the new Vegeta Power of Super Saiyan card does, it has activate battle or counterattack, a regular negate attack. If you have mono yellow energy open, you can rest one of your opponent's battle cards and draw a card. Super good, and it triggers Poutine. A lot of these cards trigger Poutine, so keep that in mind. Then you have Time Magic, which stops dual attackers, and yeah, that's really good. Sparking negate. So still 2 more staples, more Vegeta, Final Flash. Really cool that I get to play these in the same deck along with the Unison. But this card is super clutch. It's a 15k boost, and it can negate anything, even including cards that have barrier. So this card here can just end the game against certain strategies. 2 Giant Ball. This is another flex spot. This could potentially be something else, but if you don't have it, that is. But this is mainly there because there are those strategies like the Stall 18, which are kind of popular in some areas. So if you're not having to worry about that, this card could be interesting in your side deck, or you don't play it at all. But I think it's good enough to play, especially on that turn 3 where you're wanting to stall out. And your turn 4, you have 2 energy open as well. This card says the Frieza that they would normally end the game with, like when they play it from Rebirth to Justice, you just put it in rest mode. And then 1 tech copy of Frieza Army Reinforcements. You could technically play another copy of this over one of these and up Vegeta Final Flash if you have access to that. This card is super good. No one does. So since you're waking in at 6 and you're sparking for 5, go down to 5. This is take your life down to 4 so your super combo's alive. So it's like a 4th copy of Time Magic. And you get a token blocker, which is really good. To the staple, like yellow cards, 2 Poutine. This could technically come out of the deck. Or just side them. They're not that super crucial in the upcoming format. Good removal, and I feel like these are just kind of staples for every yellow deck. Because this card just more mass removal, and that's why that new yellow Unison is good. The Trunks, so I'm really tempted to play it. It's for sure going on the side. It kills everything in a rest mode and you draw a card after a dual attack swinging. So it's pretty strong. But the thing is, you don't really want to play it on 3 unless you're just in that tough spot. But I thank you guys for watching the video. Working on Bojack. I've seen a few lists, and yeah, I think it's really cool. So I have this built, test and play hands with it, and it seems pretty strong. I do need the promos, so if you have any of those and you're in America, you can hit me up. So see you guys in the next video.